Today we are privileged to have invited a young gentleman who has succeeded very well. He's from the millennial group. So for those of you who are young, this will be a great person to learn from because he's got the results to show. And for those of us who are beyond the millennials age and wanting to be able to recruit people from the millennials group, this is also a gentleman to listen to because we need to know what the millennials want and what the millennials are looking forward to be able to contribute and achieve in the Kangen business. And we have a young gentleman who have joined us and have shown great results in the last 2-3 years. His name is called Mr. Argustin Mok, and he's now a 682-2. And today he's going to share with you his exciting Kangen journey. So, Argustin, if you are ready, can you please unmute yourself and begin to share? And let's give him a big round of applause to encourage him so that, we give him energy and power so that he can share some exciting ideas on how you could benefit in the Kangen business. Argustin,
thanks,
are you there?
Michael. Thank you.
Welcome, Argustin.
Thanks everyone for the warm welcoming. Thank you, Michael, for assisting as well. And thanks, Sam, for organizing this wonderful weekly meeting. My name is Argustin. I'm also an energetic distributor, just like all of you, okay, the same. And I'm very excited to share. It's a privilege to share for today's session. Welcome to, I think all of us here are at home, right? I'm also in my home right now and not going out, right? Enjoying the scenery over here from my home also. And I would like to share with you my exciting journey. I think all of us, the way we started is a little bit different. So maybe I would like to start a poll. I would like to create a poll. For those of you interested to know, right? All those beforehand to what I do before Kangen. Any of you are interested? If you guys are interested to know what I do before Kangen, please type a yes. If you are not interested, it's okay, just type a no. So I can see from the chat here how many of you are interested to know. Yes. Okay, great. Right, awesome. I'm going to share with you what I do before Kangen. All right, now, maybe some of you might know me, right? I am based in Malaysia under Sam, as well as I decided to do this business, okay? But this is all how it started, okay? I was from London. I graduated from London, Queen Mary. And then when I came back to Malaysia, I've got skin problem. I've got very, very severe skin allergies, right? And nobody could help me at the time except for my mother. My mom said, come and try out this water that it's at home right now, okay? At that time, I've got no clue what this water is, right? What this brilliant water is. So I've got no clue. I thought all water is just the same. So when I reached home, my mom gave me this water and I drank for 2 weeks and I sprayed the pH 2.5 to sanitize all over my skin and followed by the beauty water. And that helps me and that changes my life. And because of that, it gives me a lot of confidence, right? It gives me the assurance that this water will be able to help more lives, just apart from myself. So because of that, I decided to do this part-time while I was also in the equity industry, in the stock market industry. Okay, I was interning. I was actually in the financial sector. So I was given like not much salary. Okay, only 2,000 for the start. So that wasn't much from the financial sector. Okay, and life in there 9 to 5 was pretty boring. I thought it's going to be as exciting as the one in Canary Wharf in London. Unfortunately, it's not here in KL. Okay, it is not that nice. So, and the salary wasn't that good either. And I was stuck in the office, very, very cold. 2,000 ringgit Malaysia, thanks Francesco. 2,000 ringgit Malaysian ringgit, that will be 500 USD. All right, 500 USD. So that wasn't much. Okay, for a what? For a fresh grad from London. Okay, that wasn't much. Okay, now. So, and when I was there, it was pretty cold in the office, 9 to 5 every single day. Every single day, I've got to bear with the environment was so cold, and waking up early in the morning, 4:35 a.m. My goodness, those were the days that I started off 5 a.m. every day, right, Monday to Friday. And you know, I don't like waking up very early, right? Until now, I don't. The good thing is that I don't wake up early now. Okay, so that was a life back then. So I thought that that was not very comfortable, not something that I will do because I want to be rich. Okay, I want to be rich just like my friends in London, who has who their parents have got an empire. So I want to be rich, right? I cannot be working there. So I decided to move to another industry, an automobile industry. Okay, when I was in the automobile industry, that line, that was something that I'm interested in. It was my passion because I want to know more about cars. At the same time, in my mind, I thought that, actually a lot of rich men, they love to drive nice cars. They love to drive BM, Merc, you know, or anywhere above that tier, right? So a lot of them would love to drive nice cars. So I thought of maybe I would lease cars instead of going for hire purchase. So having this idea to lease cars to business owners, right? I thought it was a brilliant idea because a lot of them will enjoy the benefit of tax exemption, right? So I was in there. But of course, when I was in there, I was very new, I was very young, and nobody likes me in there because I'm new. So I decided to just hustle very hard. I demanded for an iPad, they didn't give me. I demanded for a car to drive, they also didn't give me because they've got a fleet of cars. It's a car leasing company, right? I didn't have it either. And I've got a salary of 4,000 after EPF, after SOSCO and all that benefits, cuts down to 3,003. So that was not bad for a fresh grad already. And of course, there were commissions as well. As long as I do sales, I lease cars, I'll have extra commissions. Okay, now, so the first month, second month, third month, and so forth, things gets better. Now, finally, the young boss, right, pay attention in me, and decided to give me a car, decided to give me an iPad because of my performance at work, right? And I've been leasing lots of cars, right? How many fleets of cars I've been leasing month by month, right? Including Bank of China at that time, and Tropicana at that time, yeah? So it was good, it was all good. Now, but the thing is that, right, and I was also spearheading in the car leasing department, right, just for your information as well. That was a very good, and then my commissions were up, right, and there was I think my commissions was about at the ceiling at 8,000 plus, 8,000 plus, okay, and that only lasted for a few months only, okay. Why? Because the company was still new, right? The company was still new, and we must understand that every vehicle, right, it's a lot of money. It costs about 300,000 for a brand new Merc, for a brand new what's that called, BMW. Am I right? So the credit limit has already maxed out, right? Imagine leasing lots of cars. The credit limit has already maxed out. The bank would not want to approve more loans anymore, right? So that being said, that a lot of cars are stuck. I cannot deliver it to the clients, right? And at the end of the day, who is the one who's going to be blamed? Who is complaining? The client's complaining, and I'm the one who be blamed, right? And that wasn't nice. That feeling wasn't nice when there's politics happen in the workplace, right? That feeling wasn't nice when the moment when you step into your workplace, you feel like there was a bad energy around you, right? That vibe was so strange, right? You get up from lunch, you feel different. You come back from lunch, it felt different. That was how I felt, right, in the leasing industry, right, at the workplace. And I felt that I was in a tunnel, right, for that. But the good thing is this. The good thing is that I have options. Why? Because at the very beginning, after I graduated, I was also doing Kangen part-time, right? I told you guys that, right? I was doing Kangen part-time. And the best part about it is that I'm able to leverage on my leaders in Kangen. For the start, I'm able to leverage, okay? I'm actually leveraging on people to get me to do the demo, right? To invite them into home parties, okay? And the leaders gave me lots and lots of assistance and help at the beginning, okay? And I felt good about it, right? And that was the best part about being the energy business, is where there is support from the team. So I had a choice where, you know what? maybe I should quit, and decided to do this full time in 2016. So 2016 is where I decided to do Energic full time. Now, when I put all my time, my effort, my energy, and my strength, my focus into the Energic business, here comes the challenges, right? I'm not sure whether you, how many of you here have got challenges doing the Energic business, because I don't think I'm a super salesperson. I don't think that I'm very good in sales, or I'm a very good business person, right? Because I'm also learning. So I have whole lots of challenges at the beginning, right? I can tell you, I'm going to be brutally honest with all the challenges. So for those of you, there's over 170 of you here today, you guys will be very lucky to hear all my challenges today. Maybe some of you can relate to my challenges. And if today you bring your children up here, it will be a fortune. All right, let's begin. Now, first and foremost, when I started to do this full time, full time, let me tell you, not all my friends supported me. Now, how many of you here don't have all your friends to support it? Only a few of them. Please type one. Please type one in there so that I know that I and you, we are the same. Okay, so we are human beings, huh? All right, awesome, awesome. So we both have this same problem, huh? Not all our friends supported us, right? So that was my challenge. Now, mainly because majority of them, they just got started. So probably they don't have the finance, okay? They don't have the money. Okay, so how are they going to get a machine? So that was one of my challenges, right? I have got to deal with that problem, right? So what I did is that I get in touch with their parents, those who are close, and I try to actually communicate, to connect to their parents. So there was a skill set that I need to know. There's a skill set at the beginning that I need to know to basically connect to the parents, because they cannot afford a machine at the beginning, right? So that was my challenge, right? No friends to support me. I connect to the parents, and from there I will do the demo. But guess what? My demo sucks at the time. All right, it wasn't a very good demo, right? Sometimes I needed to call. If I don't know, I'll just say that I don't know. I'll contact my upline and I need help, and I get back the answer to them in a few minutes. All right, that was how I did, right? No friends supported me, get to the parents. Now, second thing is this. I tell myself that I decided to do this business full-time, and I want this business to grow big. I want to have a team. So I needed to learn public speaking. So I called Sam. I said that, Sam, can you arrange for me to do some demos in the office? And Sam actually said, yes, okay. He's more than happy to have me to do demos every week on a Wednesday. So I took up this challenge to do on a Wednesday to learn my public speaking skills, right? And every time before this COVID-19, Malaysia is one of the best place, okay? Energic has this best platform where we have it on a Wednesday, and all the distributors in Malaysia, right, will gather in Energic Malaysia on a Wednesday from 11 to 1. And I always try to present myself, okay, up on stage and to talk, to deliver, to speak in public, okay, because this skill is required, right? If you want to have a bigger team, you need to know how to do public speaking. So guess what? If today, right now we have this Zoom, right? Volunteer yourself to speak, because this is actually a skill set that you all must know. Okay, it's a skill set that you all must know, right? So public speaking is very, very important. All right, so I started to learn, but I can tell you that I don't have fear in public speaking, maybe because at the age of 9, I started to, to participate myself in public speaking competition at the age of 9. So I don't have that fear. Okay, so that's a good thing. All right, so you can tell your children that to start early. Yeah. All right, now I also need to learn up to do my demo and business plan, because I want to give myself that kind of freedom in a few years' time, where after this COVID is over, I want to be traveling around the world. I don't want to stuck in Malaysia. I want to be, as far as London. All right, I want to be there and be able to do a demo and to be able to do a business plan, right? Just that. Anywhere, right? Everywhere around the world. So I think the demo and business plan is very important, that you need to sharpen that skill set as well, okay? And at the beginning, right, because I don't have lots of friends, I need to get in touch with third parties, right? I actually asked for referrals from a lot of my friends. But my friends who couldn't help me, I tell them, hey, you got a friend who's interested, who actually moved house now. right? Is there anyone that is moving house, right? And maybe you want to connect with me, right? Connect them to me. So these are the things that I always do. I will ask for referrals, and sometimes if I go, this is something that is very important as well that I did, is that my sister loves to jog outside around the community area of my house, right? And she always loves to jog with the dog, right? Every time she goes out with the dog and all that, and what she does is that she always bring her bottled water as well. She just bring a bottle of water, and sometimes, right, she will meet some of the aunties, okay, in the neighborhood, and then they'll be friends. Then they'll chit chat, they'll connect, and build a very, very good relationship, right, and give lots of gifts and all that. And then one fine day, okay, my sister told her about Kangen and decided to come over to my house, right? And from there, we decided to do the demo. I did a demo for my sister, did a business plan for my sister, and after that, she bought a machine. And today, the neighborhood, I think about 30 over, has got a Kangen machine now in the community, all thanks to my sister. So we always ask for referrals. Okay, this was how we did also, right? So if you don't have friends who can buy the machine, do ask for referrals. This is actually very important. Nothing wrong with that, right? You either get a yes or no. Yeah. All right. Another thing that I will do is this. I think this is something that's very important, which is the art of communication. Now, I myself I'm not very good in communicating. Okay, so I always learn how to communicate better, right? Through public speaking, through speaking with friends, through text messaging, right? I think this is a skill that is very important when you are doing the Kangen business. Communication, okay? You need to learn how to connect rather than to inform, right? And another thing is that you need to know how to build relationships as well, right? I think this is a lifelong learning process. Communication and building relationships is very important. Yep. So pay attention in that also. Now, but out of everything, there's one more thing that I did was the best. I think that was like a natural power, or I would say that there is actually a skill that I don't have to learn. I would say it's gifted, or if it's not gifted, it's a talent. Okay, do you know what is that? It's actually follow through. Is actually follow through. So what do you mean by follow through? Right. Follow through, it means after when they buy the machine, after when your clients buy the machine, right? Do you stop there or you got to follow through? Right. I believe that the fortune is in the follow through. Because I'm aware that 90% of the distributors out there, right? They don't do follow through. Because I bump into a lot of clients, okay, like prospects, right? They had a Kangen machine, but they lost their agents, and then they come and deal with me, right? So the fortune is in the follow through, right? They like people, especially when you are hungry, you're committed, right, and you're willing to help them. Because at the end of the day, we are in an energy business. We're doing Kangen, it involves with health, right? It's a compassionate company, right? It's an amazing product to share to give them a gift of health. So we need to concern about their health. So you need to follow through, right? You need to follow through. When you need to connect them every week, you have got to connect with them every week. When you need to connect with them every day, you got to do it every day, right? Because I believe that when there's trust built, when there's relationship built, that's where they will be able to refer you to more people, right? Because people are today, they are scared to refer to you people because they don't know who you are, right? You to them, you may just be a Kangen distributor, not really a friend yet, right? So if you want to be a close friend, you have got to do the follow through, right? Don't lose clients, because a lot of companies out there, they are losing their clients, right? Take COVID for example. How many retails out there? How many of them, right, actually retain their repeated customers? Not many. Not many. Not many. Even if you ask me, all those 5-star, 6-star fine dining, they are suffering out there. They can't even get their repeated customers. Why? Because they didn't really follow through. Yeah. So I think this is a gift if you have this. It's a gift, right? It's a gift you have followed through. So this is something that I believe that the jackpot is actually in the follow through. Yeah. All right. And one last thing that I learned because of all this, and because of involving in the energy business, right? I start to be more conscious with my surrounding. I don't know about you, but because when I'm in business, I start to be aware of all the little hot buttons around me. right? Going to someone's house and knowing what's the hot button, talking to people, knowing what's the concern, right? I think that is a skill set, right? Over the years, for 6 years now, I'm in a business, right? Part-time initially and now full-time. Always look out for opportunities around. How do you do that? You need to be conscious. Yeah. And because of all that, and because of all this, right, of all these challenges and all these skill sets that I've built for a few years now, all right, for a few years now, there's one time, okay, that I start to go up to businessmen. I start to go out to businessmen who don't do who's struggling because economy is always like a roller coaster, right? Business is not always a good one, right? Right? Business is a roller coaster. So some businessmen out there, right, they are really suffering out there. And it is the perfect timing where you have got to go to them and share with them this wonderful business opportunity that can be better than your existing business at the moment, right? I think there is a skill there, right? Right timing. I think when it comes to closing sale is about right timing as well. Right, to me, it's about right timing, and for example, right, my uncle, okay, one of my uncles who is in a developer is in a housing is a developer, okay, and he actually have lots of assets, right, a lot of properties and all that. And at that time, 2017 wasn't that good. 2017 wasn't that good, right? The market crash and all that, okay? And I knew that his industry was affected. So I went up to him. I shared with him the demo. He bought a machine before, I think about 1 year plus ago, close to 2 years ago. And at that time when I delivered the filter, I take this opportunity to deliver the filter at the same time to share the business opportunity. You know, I told him that why you should focus on this right now. Why right now you should focus on the energy business, because it is booming, right? Put that one side, focus on this, build a family business where your children can pass it down. So you know what? At the time, he was very all right? He got that energy, and he decided to get involved in energy business. He started bringing me and inviting me into his house. Okay, he got his he is a Christian, so he got his Christian members to come for, you know, his Christians normally have their cell meeting, right? Then they will actually bring them over to the house, and then after that, invite me, and then I will do the demo, and I'll do the business plan. Demo first, business after, right? Every time, I think a week, I'll do about 3-4 times demo, and every week, each and every demo that I do, right, there is about at least 10 people in the house. At least 10 people in the house. So that's where, you know, one by one, his close friends, who's also his cell member, okay, put that faith in me, that trust in me. So decided to actually bring people, buy the machine, bring people. I tell you, I should have put up my pictures here, but because it was a very spontaneous one, Sam just called me to ask me to do this today, right? But you know, I did lots of demos, all right? Crazy, at least 10 people to 20 to 30 people, right? A week 3 times. Right? And that line was crazy, it's moving. It's crazy. And if I don't have to be there right now, they are also moving. They know what they need to do because I've groomed leaders in that line. You see, I've groomed leaders in that line. And that's the beauty of the energy business, is that when you are a leader yourself and you're able to teach your downlines to do the same thing, and that's where they are independent, right? They can actually fly like an eagle already. They are not ostrich or chickens anymore. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. All right. So last year in 2019, 2020 in January, my uncle's son got married. And he invited us, okay, myself, my whole family, for the wedding event. And my downlines are there. I've one of my young distributor from that line came up to me, right? His name is Garrett. He came up to me. He said, "Gus, come. Do you know how many people in this room today?" I was like, I think about 250 people in the room today, right? And out of 250 to 300 people in the room today, right? So he bring me into the banquet, in the room. He said that, "Do you know that 3/4 of this of the people in this room here is your downline?" I tell you, I felt damn proud. And I feel damn happy. I think I that feeling when you know that 3/4 of the room actually owns a Kangen machine, are users or they're doing a business, right? At that time, I tell you, it was life-changing to me, right? And that's the amazing part about it, right? So I can let you know that in Magic, it does gives you the passive income when you do the right thing, when you groom your leaders as well, right? Don't be a super salesperson, right? Just groom your leaders, but you got to do the right thing, right? Follow Sam, right? And now I have passive income coming into the Magic, into my bank account every month from Magic. So that is the best part about doing the Magic business, the passive income, aside from the 8 points, the active income. Yep. And now I have a different mission. Because I've got lots of passive income coming in already, that's where I feel that I can start bringing millennials into the business. And this is my mission right now, is that I believe that all millennials, okay, around the world, right, they should have this opportunity, okay, to change both their lives and finances. And I want to give them this guide, okay, to be a true millionaire by the age of 30. So I've created Millennials Club Pro. And it's in Instagram. I'm more on Instagram. You don't really see me on Facebook, right? And I'm grooming them because I want to let them know that in order to be rich by 30, right, you need to have the cash flow. The cash flow comes from Magic, right? Nothing out there, right, will give you that amount of money, that seed money, okay, besides in Magic, right? And if you want to invest in stock market, you need to have that cash flow, right? The good thing is that I have people now to help me to manage my stocks right now, right? Apart from the Magic business. So I'm doing investments as well. So the cash flow is so important, right? The seed money is so important. If you want to buy a car today, right? Today I've got a number of millennials in there. They actually turn on their video. They're looking at me right now, right? And a lot of them are taking down notes as well. They all know that in order to have this cash flow, okay, in order to invest and all that, you need to have your cash flow. If you want to get a car, you want to get a property, by the age of 25, you can, right? You can. All you got to do is to do the Kangen business, put your whole heart in, right? It's not all out massive action, guys. It's not about that. It's actually about sustainability. Okay, it's not like today you give all out for the next 3 months and then that's it, right? No, I think it's all about sustainability here. Every day you got to improve in terms of the mindset. Okay, that is very important. Your attitude, okay, your relationship, okay, and your skill set. These 4: mindset, your attitude, your relationship, and your skill set. These 4 you have got to improve, and that's how you're able to sustain yourself. Okay, and I've always been sustaining myself, and I learned a lot of things along the way also. And my wish is actually to help 100 millennials to achieve 3A by the end of 2021. 100 of them. So today, as of today, I've got 29 millennials in my team. So all of them are in the Magic business. They're doing it part-time and full-time. And hopefully my mission will, I will be able to achieve it by the end of 2021. And I believe that I can do it. So I hope that today, the message I want to tell you guys is that know where you are in Magic. You got to know where you are, right? We cannot tell ourselves to be like Sam, because Sam is a very high level. I also don't compare myself with Sam. Never compare. Maybe you want to set a goal that is more achievable by the end of 2021. Okay, by 2021, because set a goal that is easier to achieve, and that's how that is the definition of doing well. That's the definition of doing well. Doing well doesn't mean that today you're doing this, tomorrow you get a result, means you stop, and then you're always the same for the next 1 year. No, it's not that. Doing well is a progressive thing, right? So you want to do well, just start with a small goal first. So this is what I always do to myself: start a small goal first. Yeah, and don't forget to use social media. That will be the that is one tool that is very important too. Okay, so with that, I would like to end my sharing. Back to you, Michael. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you so much, Argustin. That was brief and a lot of content there. Okay, so let's all give a big hand to Argustin.
Yes, let's give a big round of applause to this young, successful millennial.
Right. Okay. Michael, you have some things you want to ask Argustin?
Yes, this is a gentleman I've seen improving by leaps and bounds. Do you notice that you have improved a lot, Augustine, yourself? Do you notice it yourself?
Yeah, I've improved.
You have
Definitely.
improved. Your income also
Yes,
is
I've
a
improved.
major driving force to help you improve. The way he delivers and the substance he delivers is so much different from the first few times you heard you talk. Wonderful. You're talking about prospecting. How important is prospecting in this part in our business?
Okay, prospecting is the bread and butter, right? Sam always told me that prospecting is the bread and butter. Back in 2018, he told me that prospecting is the bread and butter of the business. So I told myself, right, what are ways that I can do to get prospect. So actually, there are actually many ways. There are many ways, right? But I believe that based on myself and my own identity, right, my own what's that called? My own personality is that I'm more courageous. So I dare to do things. I dare to do things. So like you ask me like going up to the mall, right, and talk to people. Actually, I dare, you know. Okay, but not a lot of people can do that. Okay, so if you're not comfortable, it's okay. There are actually many other ways to do that, right, to prospect. But if you want to be more comfortable, you can just go for any events, networking events that will help, right? A lot of people right now, they're doing through social media as well. This is one of the ways also, right? But for myself, for the start, I would say for the past 3 years, I've been doing prospecting in the mall, right, in the mall. And I think some of my downlines over here, which I don't know, I actually found it in the mall. One of them is Carmen, right? Carmen should be here. She was a beautiful lady, so I decided to approach her, and then bam, found out she's an insurance agent, and then bam, she's in the energy business today. She should be somewhere here in the screen. Yeah. So yeah, prospecting.
Is that
For
how
me
you
is
train up? Is that how you train up Garrett to meet pretty ladies?
okay. Maybe not just pretty ladies. I will go up to guys as well. But you know what? I can't wait for COVID to over because I'm going to do 10 times better. Okay, and but for now is that not everyone will be able to do that because at the end of the day, it's got to see that particular what's it called? My member, right? My millennials. So some of them are I know that they have that traits, right, to do that. Some probably not. So I will not teach. I'll teach them another way because there are a lot of different types of ways to do prospecting. Actually, if you ask me, and like wow, then like Popwin, right? He's just right here. You can see Popwin there. He's very good. He does the same thing as me. I think he's doing it way better than me in a day. He can get 5 numbers easily in the mall, right? To anybody. Yeah, that's him, right? And at the very first time when I first started training him, he was very scared. He was so scared. And I remember when there was a subject right in front, he was like, "Hey," he just said "hey" very loudly, and and the lady just went off. And that was his very first time. And until that, I couldn't forget because he didn't tell me that he's going up to that person. So yeah, but when that was crazy, right? But today, I tell you, after 1 year, wow, he's like, whoa, it's like a lifestyle to us. Put it this way, it's like a lifestyle. We just can't wait for COVID to over. When the mall is open, we are going to go 10x.
Since Pokwen is on the screen, Pokwen, can you unmute yourself? I have a question for you. Can you please tell us how Argustin was able to help you build your business in the initial days?
Okay, but just disclaimer, I think in the end of the day, it all comes back to you on how hungry you are and whether are you coachable or willing. Because if you are not these 3 things, it's hard for you to really level up because even though you have a very great mentor and teacher, results might not pick up, okay? So stay hungry, stay coachable, and stay willing. Right now, diving into how Argustin has showed me what is possible when I thought it was impossible. So he really showed me too many things that helped me to build my confidence, such as like what he said just now, going up to strangers just to say hi to them and see how they are doing, you know, stuff like that. It boosted up my confidence a lot. So that's why when I'm talking to, let's say, prospects or people that I'm doing demo to, even showing business plans, I am more confident in myself and I know where I stand, and the positioning that Argustin has taught me, it's very valuable. So that right now I can talk to almost every single one without feeling small, because I believe everybody is equal and we are here to give values. So knowing your self-worth is something very big, passed on from Argustin. So with that self-worth and your own knowing who you are as a person, eventually you can just talk to more and more people.
Yeah,
Because,
when you got started, Pakwan, I remember you were still a university student. What got you excited now to do this Kangen business, even
okay,
being a university student?
I would say for sure it's the business plan. The business plan is the one that got me attracted to find out more about the product, because right on the same time I was having my exams. While I was preparing my exams, I was actually very stressed out, and so happened that Argustin's sister told me about this opportunity, which is the Kangen business.
Mok Elin.
Yes. She's my upline, and with her sharing to me at the right timing, I went to check out the demo the day after, and from there, like I was already so keen to actually want to get this in my family. So I would say is the money, because every month I can have another additional 1,000 ringgit, 2,000. It was like a bonus for a student. So that's why I decided to hop on to understand more. Yeah, Michael.
Tell us. For a lot of university students, after they graduate, now they'll be looking for a business, they'll be looking for a job. Tell us what happened to you at that point.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, there's many things happen. Because I've been with Enagic for about close to 2 years now. I would say more than 2 years, and it totally changed my life. So I never knew.
Yes, we want to know how it changed your life, because you had such an exciting story to share. A university student got excited joining us in this business, and when you graduated, you were already having a Kangen business running for you. You didn't have to go anywhere to look for it, and you were so excited that you went to Australia to start recruiting your friends there too.
I was there to actually see how's the market there. In the same time, visiting the friends that I have over there. So during that time, I wasn't so equipped yet with my probably skill set, I can say. So throughout that time, it was just knowing how the situation is there, is like, and
So you have a group there now?
nope, not in Melbourne yet, not in Australia, not Australia yet, but for sure, it's a market to explore, because people there are more open-minded. They are more open to, they are more health conscious in a way I can put it. So it is 100% an audience that we want to get in touch with, to actually just to see what is their feedback or what they think about this.
So what you are trying to share with us is you don't have to be perfect
yes,
to build a market.
yes. Progress is perfection, guys. This is something that I remind myself every single day. Progress is perfection, so that I actually just keep my head down and just focus on working on the business.
And 1 year after you graduated, how much did you make? Can we hear that, so that at least the millennials over here, the figure, get excited about it?
Okay, I think let's not talk about figures, but let me tell you guys something. I never look back since I've joined Enagic, because most of the students they thought they would wanna get a job, you know, get into the best 4 companies, the top 4 business companies, whatever that are, you know, all the students are normally looking for that. But for me, joining Enagic before I graduate, I never look back since. And this is, I'm really serious in building this Kangen business now, because the reward, physical, financial, and also the mental state that it gives me is so much more than just getting a job. Because
What is your position now, Pokwen?
I'm currently in 5A.
5A. How long did you take to reach 5A?
About a year and 9 months. A year and 9 months.
9 months.
No experience, nothing. Just a full-time student who was always...
Compared to your other friends from the uni, what is your income like compared to them?
Compared to them,
yes,
you can say double.
Wow.
They are earning now, at least without skills, guys. Remember this, but with proper mentorship and being really coachable. And
yeah, having a good coach, having a good mentor who is prepared to take you out, lead you, guide you. So you're thankful of Eileen and also Eileen's upline, Argustin.
Yes, Argustin,
Yeah,
we
good.
work together.
Be grateful, take him out for a drink and bring more millennials in. I'm sure many of them are now looking forward to see you succeed and then wanting to find out more what they can do also in this business. Good step. Good step up.
We are definitely working on it.
Yeah, we wish you all the best to become a success soon. Pak Wen?
Thanks, Michael. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I'm very happy, to see you because you are one of those success stories brought in by Argustin and Mok Eileen. Thank you, Pak Wen. Argustin, you are great, with these young people. Tell us some of your secrets.
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 Secrets is to follow the system.
Huh? Your system that you have
follow
done?
the system.
Okay.
Yeah, because you see a lot of okay, you just need to know what millennial wants. Because first and foremost, at the beginning, before I got into this mission to get millennials to do the business, right? You need to follow the system, follow people who are successful in the business, okay, who have got experience, okay, not person who is involved in the network marketing industry before and today doing something else. No, okay, follow the one who's still existing, doing into the network marketing industry, and those are the one that are successful. Okay, follow them, all right, because the trend always moves one. It's always different one. Okay, it's always different. So you need to actually adapt. Okay, you need to adapt. So when you have got someone to follow, right, you got to get close to the person, right? Take a rope and tie him up, right, and follow him, right? If you can spend lunch with him, spend lunch with him. You can spend dinner time with him. You need to spend dinner time with him because you know why? All these little things are on a daily basis, right, is going to get your energy up, right? Because you must know the birds of the same feather flocks together, right? I am in the environment today, right, that is full of entrepreneurial backbone in their body, right? I'm not, my family members, right, all of us are entrepreneurs, We are not in a 9-to-5 job, okay? It's very different. An employee and employer mindset is absolutely very different, okay? And because of being blessed, right, to be in this environment, okay, when I go out there, I get the maturity much faster, right? I'll be able to actually convey my message across or communicate with people who are entrepreneurs, and they will actually do business with me, right? They will actually do business. So you have got to get close to the person who's very seasoned in the business, okay? Not person who drop out, not person who is in another network marketing industry. No, you got to get to your upline who's very serious into the business. Okay, that is the hit. That is a very big tip for you. And for millennials one, you guys want to know?
Of course.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know, put
Sure,
yes.
sure.
So I know that you yeses there in order for me to show, in order for me to tell you. 1 yes only, 2 yeses. The others are not interested.
They are a bit shy to ask.
Okay. Now, for the millennials, okay, it's a different ball game altogether, right? Put it this way. 5 years, 10 years down the line, millennials are the one who's going to help you to generate millions into the business. Okay, millennials at the end of the day will become millionaires one. They can be millionaires one. right? By 30 years old, they can be millionaires. It's just that you need to know how to guide them, right? There are a lot of ways that you can actually guide them, but you need to know how to do it, because how to communicate with them is also very different, right? Just look at the way they wear right now. It's very different, right? I've got to dress myself younger sometimes. But when I go and meet people, I dress myself older. So I have to adapt. Okay. So you have got to do that. Right? You have got to do that. So that's very important. You need to know how to communicate with millennials. That's a tip for you there. Yeah.
And
back to you, Michael.
yeah, talking about grooming future leaders in your group, what do you do in order to be able to group them up? What do we need to do to groom future leaders?
Okay, if you want to actually groom leaders, right, you yourself have got to be a leader. You got to do the things that you need to do. Okay, just like doing demo and doing business plan, there's no escape. You need to know how to do a demo. You need to know how to do a business plan. The amount of commitment you have in you, right, as an upline, I will know one. I will know how much effort you put into the business, how much time you put into the business. I will know how hungry you are. If you call me every day, I know you are serious. If you can get people, right, to come and watch my demo, I know you're serious. I actually put more time in you, right? As an upline, I put more time in you. But if you're a person that comes in like a sometime-timer, that Sam always say, there's part-timer, there's sometime-timer, right? And if you guys are not very serious, right, then the amount of time I put in also is not very serious. You know, because my time is very expensive one. Today, I really treasure time a lot, man. Okay, because I'm also growing older. I'm already 28 this year. I feel like oh my God, I'm almost 30 already. Okay, so you know what? So I feel that, okay, it's very expensive. So if you treasure my time, right, I'll treasure your time. Yeah, always, it needs to be a win-win situation here. All right, so for all of you, right, if you want your upline, right, to know you're serious, right, okay, you got to bug your upline. Today, go and call him or her. Call him or her, hey, let's figure out how to do this business. Let's figure out what's the next game plan, this campaign, how we're going to run. Let's execute this for the next 6 months until end of 2021, right? Let's see how it's going to turn out. Just do that, right? Things is going to change, right? Because you're going to change the whole environment. The vibe is different, right? The way you connect, the vibe, everything is very different already. Yeah, back to you, Michael.
Yeah, wonderful. You got a lot of gems sprinkled along the way, you know, in your session today. Sam, you got something to add in, Sam?
Yeah, I think one big tip from Argustin is Argustin found Kangen through the sister, through Argustin's sister. So all the people on the call today, if you have a sister or a brother, so don't lose that opportunity, because you know your circle of influence. You have to extend your circle of influence through your friends, through your family. And they are the one, you know, they are the one who's going to be leading you to other distributors as well, you know. So don't miss out on that opportunity if you have a brother or sister. Wouldn't you agree, Argustin? Right? And
Yes,
Argustin has many sisters and brother as well, one other brother. Okay. So Gus.
Yep.
How do you see yourself doing in about 5 years' time from now?
5 years time from now. 5 years time from now, right, I'll have a very wide line, just like an octopus leg.
Wow. Awesome.
And
right.
they are all millennials, mostly millennials. So they've been working with you 20, 30 years together, you know. Can you imagine the kind of growth, the income growth, potential business growth? Fantastic.
Right. I would like to address something that about someone who posted. Francisco just said that you know, he wished that how he wished now that he had his brother, he could get his brother or sister into Kangen. The reality is this: many, I think in Argustin's case, Argustin is very fortunate because the whole family is involved in Kangen. Started off with the parents, but I have to say this: I think you know, many of our family members are very skeptical about us, about life actually, right? So it is, if you cannot get the family members interested in Kangen, right, go outside the family. It's as simple as that, you know. And if your family is in Kangen, it's just a blessing for you. Okay, so but no harm speaking to your family members. You never know until you try to talk to them. And even if they remain close to you at the moment, it's a matter of time, like what Argustin is saying just now. Timing is so important. So today, now may not be a right timing for them, but you can always approach them at a later stage, Francesco. Okay? So, all right. So, yeah.
I got Francesco.
Yeah.
Francesco, I got a tip for you. If you want to do that, right, very simple. Some of my millennials are doing that. They just go out and stay alone. They go out and stay alone because it's too negative already. Too negative in there. Sometimes I do, all right. I don't really stay in my family right now. I also go out and sometimes. Okay, so I tend to stay alone. When you're alone, right, you will actually learn more things, right? And you actually tend to actually mix with different people. You know, you won't feel like you're in a comfort zone, right? Because when you feel in your comfort zone, that's where you tend to you don't know the unknown. You don't know the unknown yet, you see. So that's why, you know, you just got to go out there and that's why I believe I tell all my millennials that as well. If your family is not supporting you, right, it's okay. Don't worry, because family relatives are the people that don't support. Even Sam's relatives also don't support him, right? Until today, also don't support him, right? But he's always out there, right? You don't care. Just go out there and get your tribe, get the tribe that support you, right? In Chinese, we have this dynasty, right? You know, we have this general. The general, in order for the general to be very strong, they need to have an army, right? So today, you just treat yourself as a general and have lots of armies. Get your tribe.
Yeah. Okay, I would just like to add something to that, Argustin. Okay, you know, you must understand, everybody here, you must understand that generally speaking, people out in the world, whether it's your family or whether your friends, just people out there in the world, they are by default negative. Okay, so you have to be careful. You know, you have to choose your friends, but you love your family. You cannot change your family. So you have to love your family members, but you have to be very careful with who you mix with. Now, there are some people in our lives, whether you know it or not. I know from my experience, there are people in my life who were toxic. All right, I'm not talking about my family members. I'm talking about some certain associates, what used to be friends of mine. And I sort of came to a realization after learning from a few people that there are toxic people in your lives. People who would not support you, people who would always just express their opinion, okay? And they will kill your dreams. Just because they don't believe in this direct selling model of ours, doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It is their belief. So are you going to follow their belief? Because when I've been in this business in Kangen for the last 10 years, and I was in direct selling, started about 4 years before that, I've come across so many people, you know, even close friends. They tell me, Sam, why are you doing direct selling? You know, I've been through this, I've seen this, I've done that. It's don't bother, don't. I've spent 1 year on this. I bomb out on this. So I just want to come and I want to share with you my past experience to save you from falling, to save you from repeating the same mistake. And not one person spoke to me on this. Several people actually shared that with me. That is the mindset. Now, if I had listened to them, I wouldn't be where I am today. So you have to be very careful of all these people called the dream stealers. Okay, everybody type in dream stealers. DS for short. Type in DS, you know. If you know, this dream stealers is something that you want to really guard yourself against. Okay. So now we have come to close to the end of our talk here. Let's all give a big hand to Argustin. Okay, Argustin, thanks very much for being here with us today. All right, and we will love to have you again on the show.
Yeah, Eileen. We're looking forward to have Eileen on the show
as well, and also yeah, the other family members of yours. So okay, let's give a big hand again, Argustin. Before I'm going to just talk a bit about some upcoming events.